you.
Thank you, Ms. Gillen. We do have safety service or city services and transit, Ms. Lewis. I don't know if anybody is representing Ms. Lewis. Mr. Prohl?
I will cover that one as well. This is an ordinance at third reading, and it is appropriating $200,000 for the use towards the purchase of a trolley for the transit system. I think, we all know that the test for the trolley was very successful, and the community seems to have an interest in having a trolley of their own. So at the appropriate time, I will ask for your favorable vote for this. Is better than trying to lease or rent a trolley because it'll be ours in the long run. So I will ask for your support. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Prohl, again. And moving on, we will go to, again, last but not least, Mr. Patman.
Thank you, President Arnold. The utilities does happen to have something on there tonight, but that's not utilities. Oh, gee. Wonder what that is. Oh, number 2. It's up for a third reading. Hey, what are you going to do, fire me? An ordinance consenting to the proposal submitted by the Ohio Department of Transportation. This is in reference to 772 repaving, and apparently they're also going to fix some crosswalks on Paint Street in this process. And like I said, this is a third reading, and I'm sure that everybody will vote for this. And that's all I've got. This is signing off. Sayonara.
Thank you, Mr. Tatman. From there, we will move to reports from our officials. And first official that we will hear from, which is Mr. Luke Feeney.
Thank you, President Arnold. Touch on our 3 agenda items tonight that are up for third read. I would be asking for your favorable vote on all 3. Touch on item 1 first. Somewhat of a, based on what seems to me to be unanimous support for the subject matter of the ordinance. I think, to me, the essence of this legislation and the way that it came out of committee and was recommended by committee to council was that it's a significant cost savings ordinance for the city. If every elected official opted for a family plan versus being maxed out at a single plan with the salary increases that offset, my understanding is that the max annual savings is $130,000 a year. And so to me, it's just a question of cost savings to the public. And if that emergency language is included and it goes through tonight, that is, in my mind, a good thing for the public, and passage with emergency language included. So I understand the conversation around it, and I appreciate it. But I would ask for your support tonight so we can get a move on with that cost savings. And I appreciate the work of Councilwoman Payne and her committee to get that in front of council tonight. Item number 2, I will give it the same due that Councilman Tatman did as well. I offer my support for it, and of course that one also includes emergency language. And then item 3, I think is just a neat opportunity for the community. I think that it's especially important considering the work that has gone into transit in the last year, particularly around the efforts of making our transit system more widely used by the full community. On January 1, we will be rolling an on-demand system. We'll be rolling out new routes, and we fully expect this trolley system to be a part of that new transit system, the goal of which is to get more people riding public transportation in this community. It's really an exciting opportunity, and I'll emphasize that the money in the transit funds can only be spent on transit purposes. So this is not taking money from the general fund or any other Councilman Prohl mentioned asking for waiver of 3 reads on the budget. It's my understanding that we will actually, and my next announcement will be to call a special meeting for the 3rd. So we'll just pass it the first meeting of the new year. So I will make that announcement now. And I'll ask for a special meeting this coming Monday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. And for agenda items, we'll put on item 4, which is the opioid settlement, and item 5, which is the budget. Item 4 will be up for its 3rd read, and the budget up for its 2nd read. And we'll make sure that the new council people are aware of that meeting date and time, etc.